which will require the governments, or give the governments an opportunity to respond to whatever the U.S. concerns are. So let me say this. Mm-hmm. This is going to require a great amount of maturity and statesmanship at the same time by our governments. But I can say this. When there's the threat of So in the case of St. Lucia, let me say that, in the case of St. Lucia, mm-hmm. St. Lucians are having a difficult time accepting the fact that we have a CIP program where foreign companies are benefiting substantially. We don't know who else is benefiting, but we certainly can see that the state is not benefiting. We don't know where the money is. We don't know how much money things cost. And as a result of that, mm-hmm. Solutions aren't necessarily going to fight this fight for the government. So these are individual things that each of our countries are going to have to sit down and look at. But it is a changing world, and it's going to require the citizens of our countries to get much more engaged and much more informed as to what is happening in our countries, and to make the determination as to whether we want to boycott the U.S. or boycott the UK. I mean, Trinidad now is talking about the possibility of leaving the Privy Council because of this action. But we need to be satisfied as citizens that this is for good reason, and to ask ourselves a genuine question. Why is the UK imposing these restrictions on us? Is it something that our government is doing and that we as citizens are not aware of? Or is it just a changing time, and therefore we should be supporting our governments? So if the governments want the support of the citizenry, they're going to have to be open, transparent about what the issues are, and to be honest about them. And that's why it's so important to have an option to be able to provide a different perspective and to hold the governments accountable to being truthful.
So you're saying transparency is key at this point?
There's no time in our history that it's been more important, not only transparency, but honesty, right? If the governments have been conducting and implementing policies that in any way threaten the security of other countries, but tell us that it's something else, and as a result of it, we're going to lose our visa-free access to countries, we need to know what it is. And if we think that those countries are acting unreasonably, then I know that we would all join and hold together in solidarity and unity against those sanctions. But if we find out that our government, unknowns to us, have actually been imposing certain policies and doing things which are a threat to those other countries' borders, then we need to appreciate that and maybe remember our governments to make amends. We have the situation with the Cuban doctors and nurses. Antigua and Jamaica, to name two, basically said, look, we're going to enter into dialogue with the U.S. government and other Western countries to determine what is their concern and whether, in fact, we can remedy it. Other countries have basically just taken a position that if they want to take away my passport, let them take it away. Now, it's good for it's okay for government officials to do that. But is the rest of the population going to join in that solidarity? So this really requires honesty, transparency, and accountability. And we've learned that we cannot trust any government in office to be accountable to themselves. And so it requires checks and balances. And we have to make sure that those checks and balances remain independent and are functioning.
Mr. Shashney. Mr. Shashney, opposition leader and former Prime Minister of St. Lucia. We're going to take a few calls before, of course, we join the ERC and the other civic groups in the news conference from 2 o'clock. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon. Mark,
Yes.
if the Prime Minister calling the RSS from the region, the opposition leader should request of the United States to send some Coast Guard in the region to protect any violence or any.
No, but you see, the opposition or the leader of the United Workers' Party or the opposition is not in government. They don't have or would not have the protocol to engage, foreign forces to come on the ground. Okay,
Why?
that's because they're not
No,
in,
well,
because they're not in government.
because now, because of what happening, because of a demonstration, because Dominicans do appreciate with what's going on, and they're trying to demonstrate for their rights, and you want to call the RSS in the region. You got to have your support too. You cannot make things go out of order.
You can inform them, but you won't be able to tell them what's going on. Okay, sir? It's just protocol. Four 449-3095-96 and 97. We're a sovereign state, so I don't think the opposition may be able to inform them, but to tell them is a different question. Again, 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. We also learned this morning that Mr. Thompson Fontaine on behalf of the ERC and other groups wrote to the lead person in CARICOM, Mia Motley, to inform her of the developments here in Dominica. I'm sure you'll hear a lot more about that at the 2 o'clock news conference. Hello, talk to me, yeah?
Mr. Peltier, good day.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Peltier, I heard you had the former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Alan Chastney, that's his name, right?
Alan Chastney, yes.
This morning.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Peltier,
Yeah.
I hope the lawyers for the people of Salisbury were listening, because Alan Chastney actually implicated himself. You know what I'm saying? He admits that the crime that they committed against Dominicans was wrong, and they did it on the basis of false information. You know what I'm saying? That is why I have taken up the place to say that these people need to be charged and be imprisoned for crimes against humanity. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I'm Motley, and I will always call out for that. Rav Gonzalez, Alan Chastney, Gaston Brown, all these people need to be jailed, my brother, for that. Even the leader of the RSS, he needs to be charged and jailed for that. You know what I'm saying? Because these people come down here, as I always said, with intentions to kill Dominicans for standing up for what promotes democracy in their country, where they can have peace in the country, and they wanted to kill people to install a rogue government, a tyrant. Now, the RSS was established to avoid tyrants from running. In the 1960s or somewhere up there in the 19th century, the Americans set it up in the Caribbean to avoid rogue governments and tyrants from overtaking. Now they came to Dominica, they changed course. They changed the whole mandate to install tyrants. Now they're trying to shut people out. You know what I'm saying? Matt, I'm telling you, I want to let Dominicans know they should not fear some men with guns. You know what I'm saying? They are greater in force than the men with guns. And they are planned stable to let the RSS become spectators of the rise of Dominicans in Dominica. So fear no more, fear not, Dominicans. We shall overcome, and Roosevelt's carriage shall fall. Anyway, thanks.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. It's now 1:37 is the afternoon time. This is the talk on the block. If you have to comment, you have to do it right now because we're moving to a news conference in a short while. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yeah?
Matt, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, a caller just called you that, but you're trying to explain to him, maybe you don't understand, but give him the comfort. Let him know it's a reality that the U.S. Embassy in Barbados is taping everything going on in 25 and carries him. Let him know that. All right?
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. 449-309596. Again, the world is watching. They know exactly what is going on. On the telephone, yes.
Yes, on the telephone. Mr. Skerritt on the telephone again. I've been calling on you and see what is happening now. Mr. Skerritt, I told you come to Matt, put everything together. Have a family reunion, a family get together, see the people that what is going on. Mr. Skerritt, you turn back and tell me, please, go to hell. Mr. Skerritt, you come and tell me, let you use cash instead. Why are you using LPO? Now, APO is at your back. Now, what you going to do now, Mr. Skerritt? Now, don't put yourself in that. Mr. Popon is a very good family you come from. And if Mr. Skerritt decides to put you in it because of your defeat, now is the time for you to realize. Put Mr. Skerritt down to talk to him without pants. If he cannot get up, make him get up in any form to understand the circumstances of what is happening in Dominica at this present moment. Every prime minister embarrassing Skerritt technically. Look at what has just happened to him. Matt could play the thing again, but Matt don't have time to play it again. But Matt will have time to play it for Dominicans to understand their democratic right. Mr. Skerritt, Mr. Blackmore, you duck him. He's the Minister of Security. Call Matt, you always calling him fast and tell him if you in charge of what is happening, if you in it or if you know in it. But I say yes, you in it because the security we're talking about, national security. Magwe Saba Dominic, Papa Nupere Costa, Skerritt, Aval. Let me come out on the deal radio because I fed up with nonsense like that now. You understand?
449-3095-9697. We just have about what? 20 more minutes? 20 more minutes before we connect with the news conference. So stick around.
I heard that and I'm thinking that seems to be quite an abuse of the RSS system. I don't think that when the RSS was conceived, it was meant to prevent dissent or to prevent legal protests against the government. This is inherent. We have a right within our constitution to stand up and scream at our government, and no amount of RSS is going to stop us. And I think the regional leaders are making a very serious problem if they believe that they can intimidate us on behalf of Roosevelt Skerrit. It's not going to happen.
That's the objective?
I think that's what it is. The idea that Dominicans are somehow afraid of RSS. I mean, come on, it's. I think we are standing up for rights, and we'll continue to do that. Why it is that the police of Dominica is not empowered to do what they're supposed to do, which is to maintain public law and order. We are going there with a protest, a peaceful protest. We are not going to damage property. We are going to send a strong message on electoral reform. So what is the RSS for? Where is the disorder? My understanding of the role and function of the RSS is to intervene if there is disorder in the country or something, or chaos. Neither of that exists. So what is that? What is going on? So it's clear to me that this prime minister is seeking to intimidate the people of Dominica. So I hope that this will encourage more people to show up, not less. I really want to encourage the Dominican public to come up there next Wednesday in their numbers. This Wednesday, 2 days from now. Come out in their numbers and let us send this very strong message to this government that we are fed up and that we want electoral reform, and we want it now, and we want it according to a clean voters list of re-registration, new voters ID, and we also want it to be clear that we need campaign finance reform. So we are doing all of this, and we encourage Dominicans. The message is going on. The buses have been organized and arranged across Dominica. So we want everybody who is able to. We want to see our school children with us on Wednesday, public servants, police officers, government workers, NEP workers, every Dominican that cares about the future of Dominica. We want to see them out on Wednesday, and we hope that the public responds and do not get intimidated by this useless threat of this government.
We, the people of Dominica, note with deep concern the threat by Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit to deploy the Regional Security System, RSS, ahead of planned peaceful protest action in Dominica scheduled for Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. This protest, organized by citizens and civil society groups, is a legitimate democratic exercise calling for long overdue proper electoral reform. The RSS is a regional security force designed to assist member states in times of genuine national emergencies, disasters, and severe threats to public safety. It is not a policing unit to be used against citizens who are exercising their constitutional rights to peaceful assembly and free expression. This preemptive threat of RSS involvement raises very serious concerns about the misuse of regional security resources to suppress democratic dissent. So we want to remind the government of Dominica that, number one, the right to peaceful assembly and protest is enshrined in the Constitution of Dominica and is a fundamental tenet of any democratic society. And two, electoral reform is a legitimate national issue that has been the subject of ongoing calls from local stakeholders, international organizations, and regional organizations. We have the right in this democracy to protest against the passage of laws designed to secure unfair elections for the benefit of the ruling Dominica Labour Party as the norm in Dominica. And so we want to say to Prime Ministers Gaston Brown of Antigua and Barbuda, Mia Motley of Barbados, Deacon Mitchell of Grenada, Terence Drew of St. Kitts and Nevis, Philip Pear of St. Lucia, Ralph Gonzalez of St. Vincent the Grenadines, and President Irfan Ali of Guyana. The deployment of the RSS cannot be justified as a means to silence public discourse in Dominica. Misusing regional security agreements for political purposes, as happened with the RSS on the instructions of Roosevelt Skerritt on the eve of the 2019 general elections, undermines the integrity of the RSS and endangers the peace in our region. We urge the government of Dominica to respect the democratic rights of the citizens of this blessed land and to refrain from willfully provocative actions that could escalate tensions and violate fundamental freedoms. Additionally, we're calling on regional and international stakeholders, including CARICOM, the OECS, the OAS, and the human rights organizations around the globe, to closely monitor the situation and ensure that Dominica upholds democratic principles and succeeds in securing fair elections and transparent, accountable governance.
Explore your world virtually. Discover high quality online.
I have to get out of here very soon to attend this news conference. So you only have about 5 minutes. Earlier, we asked Mr. Zed Lloyd the information as it relates to interviews. Here's some of the information.
This is the information for the radio stations for listeners who want to tune in. At 3:30 p.m. this afternoon, we're going to be on one of the most popular stations in St. Lucia. It's called News Spin. NEWSSPIN. 2 words. News Spin in St. Lucia from 3:30 p.m. Then in the evening at 7 p.m. tonight, we are going to be on Caribbean American News Media, which is more broader in regional and Caribbean region. Caribbean American News Media, time 7 p.m. That you can find on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Caribbean American News Media. At Observer Radio, we are waiting a time slot in Antigua, and Freedom Radio in St. Kitts, we are also waiting a time slot, and we are tentative on a Barbados link. So, like I said, News Spin in St. Lucia this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. News Spin. You can find that, search that. And then we have Caribbean American News Media, which you can find on Facebook and YouTube at 7 p.m. this evening. Observer Radio Antigua and Freedom Radio St. Kitts, we have not gotten confirmation time slots yet. All right? Thank you.
That's for those of you wanting to connect. Tonight, Let's play this announcement again from Zed Lloyd.
Mark, this is the information for the radio stations for listeners who want to tune in. At 3:30 p.m. this afternoon, we're going to be on one of the most popular stations in St. Lucia. It's called News Spin. NEWSSPIN. 2 words. News Spin in St. Lucia from 3:30 p.m. Then in the evening at 7 p.m. tonight, we are going to be on Caribbean American News Media, which is more broader in regional and Caribbean region. Caribbean American News Media, time 7 p.m. That you can find on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Caribbean American News Media. At Observer Radio, we are waiting a time slot in Antigua, and Freedom Radio in St. Kitts, we are also waiting a time slot, and we are tentative on a Barbados link. So, like I said, News Spin in St. Lucia this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. News Spin. You can find that, search that. And then we have Caribbean American News Media, which you can find on Facebook and YouTube at 7 p.m. this evening. Observer Radio Antigua and Freedom Radio St. Kitts, we have not gotten confirmation time slots yet. All right? Thank you.
Somebody's advising that peaceful protesters around the country should be prepared to leave their respective constituencies as early as 7 a.m. Who knows? There could be traffic congestion and whatever other scenarios. Just some advice there. Somebody is asking, should school children be there too? School is open tomorrow. That will be the decision of the education minister and the other authorities. And of course, on the discretion too of parents as well. Somebody say maybe after school they can come. RSS should only be used as a backup if local forces can't get the job done. So it's not necessary at this time. 449-3095, 449-3096. Is somebody on the telephone? Yes, sir. Hello? Is somebody on the telephone? No, you're not. Let's continue. We also heard some sad news out of Grenada last evening. The former Prime Minister of Grenada collapsed while addressing a public meeting of his supporters last evening. He basically said, I'm going to black out. A few seconds later, he stumbled, but reports indicate he's doing well. At this point, so let's continue praying for the former Prime Minister of Grenada. On the telephone, good afternoon to you. I've got to go. Yes?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
All this is only putting trouble in Dominica. All this is only putting war in Dominica.
Was a war in Dominica? People are saying that they're going to protest peacefully. So where is the war? I'm asking you, where is the war, sir? See what I mean? Where is the war? Based on the information I've gathered there, people want to go on a peaceful protest. So where is the war? I'm seeing that many people said, if you carry your cameras, make sure you take pictures. So any troublemaker, you video the individual. But from my information from the organizers, it's going to be a peaceful protest. Hello, talk to me. There's no war there. Hello, yes?
Not more explanation. Not really asking to say that for him to get a $200. Not more than that.
4493095. There's no war, sir. I just want to try to advise you. If anybody told you there was, it's a big lie. On the telephone, yes? Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Yes, sir.
but,
I'm hearing you, sir. Go ahead quickly. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, sir. Go ahead.
okay, well, let me tell you my thing. Yeah, I don't hear my thing. What happened? I like them the factory close to the airport. And I give them my support. People them go out and don't make no trouble. They'll be peaceful. And be vigilant.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. Just be peaceful. Yes, I agree with that. Hello, yes?
Yes, man. I want to tell Lucille I love her. I love her respect, but maybe it's not 200. He won for true. But not serious, right? Have you ever heard of any Caribbean country utilizing the RSS when there is a demonstration or when there is a protest?
No, I haven't seen that.
Antigua had protests before. Gaston Brown would never utilize the RSS. Do that in Barbados, man. St. Lucia, they cannot neither send kids only in Dominica. Roosevelt carried lying to the people and manipulating, trying to manipulate everybody to make them know everybody against him. And they want to overthrow his government, so they need it. You see what I'm saying, man? People have a right to decide who to lead them, Roosevelt. If the people say they have enough of you, it's enough of you they have because you corrupt, you dishonest, you disrespectful. Man, I can't even find adjective to describe an incompetent government that want to hang out to power forever and ever. While Dominican have billions of dollars they cannot account for. Huh? What is wrong in a free and fair election? If you have pimples and you're popular, you will win, my boy. What you afraid of? But I just came up on us and that RSS. Let me tell Dominican something. Some people face RSS already and we don't afraid them. They shoot, they send gas, and if anybody is to afraid the RSS, it's all the people, and we still not afraid of them, man. So Dominica people haven't got to let RSS put any fear in them to hypnotize them of a Roosevelt to come and manipulate people and make them believe it's trouble Dominica going to have. We're having a peaceful demonstration, people telling you what they want and you want to give them what they want. And it's not yours to give. The people you working for Roosevelt Scarrett, listen to the people. You understand? If you lose, you could go and reform the Labour Party and come back and that will make you a better party, but you cannot be robbing the resources of the people for one set of people. The people haven't got no justice, no equal rights, no fairness. You're fighting a losing battle. And Dominic has to make up them and to fight. Whatever it takes, you have to fight. Thank you, man.
As I said, of course, we have to connect with the Dominican News Online to bring this activity, this news conference live in a few minutes. It's just not started just yet. Are you there, caller? I've got to get to there myself.
Matt is me again.
Yes.
Matt, let me say my last piece for this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You meant to say God so bless Dominica. It's a beautiful green country. So beautiful we can watch it from up in the sky. So nice. And you mean that's the best we can get to run this country, to ruin this country, to bring this country back 30 years backward? You mean it's that we could get? Oh my God, that. Thank you.
Good morning, Saren. Hello, yes?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to
I
you.
am just wondering, what does Roosevelt Spirit think? Okay, people has a right to protest, as the Constitution has said, and it's just a peaceful protest. And he wants to call RSS on the people. He wants to just shoot up people's mouth like, Mr. Roosevelt Scary. I want you to know there was a king called Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible, and God followed him. God followed him. And if you think you are so up there, nobody can do nothing. And if people say so, this is the one to shut them off of criminality. They found you.
I think we have one of the voices from one of the acolytes there. Let's listen. Yes.
My brother, man, you have been trying that year wrong and it's not working. God with us, the Dominican Labour Party and the government. That will not work, man. That will be a total failure tomorrow. Take my words for it. You all been promoting that. Loudspeaker all over. If people want to come, they will come. Stop. Man, you all cannot do nothing with us, man. That will not work. You all were asking for election reform. Now they're going to put things in place. You all want to make demonstration. It will not work, man. It will not work. By the grace of God, it will not work, my brother. Tell the world I say so. It will not work. Or you could promote it from all over, but it will not work, my brother, because that don't make no sense. No sense at all.
One of the acolytes clearly of the Dominican Labour Party. Of course, all views must contend. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Mr. President,
Yes, sir, quickly.
based on Mr. Shaftney revelation this morning, now you see that Dominicans were right to tell you that the 2019 election was a fraudulent election. Mr. Shaftney tell you that it was not free and fair. You know what I'm saying? Because they come down here to put fear on the people of Dominica by guns and this thing. And you had a president, Charles Savre. You can't just say scare it alone. Charles Savre was part of it because I think Charles Savre was coming. But Matt, we need people in Dominica that can tell Roosevelt scare it like I can do, that if he bring RSF in Dominica, that would be his last time he's seeing the light in that government in Dominica.
Again, I was advised to, of course, promote a peaceful protest action. So keep that tone down. Okay, 2:07 is the afternoon time. Hello, talk to me. Yes. It's a peaceful protest. So, brother, hello. Let's move on there. Yes. Good afternoon to you. Hello. Nobody there? Let's see if we can get a few voices. Owen in St. Thomas, somebody's asking me to ask you, so why are you so worried? Hello, yes?
Mac,
Mm-hmm.
Mac, do you know it's dirty scary?
That is where tomorrow please God Dominica finish that for us in Dominica. You know, we have to stand up and we have to stand up very, very good tomorrow please God. So security can do what he wants because and then that happen in Dominica, or you can carry election bye in Dominica. That dictatorship that high now, we have to go. Thank you.
I'm still monitoring this news conference. Hello, but I have to get there. So let's see what happens. Hello, talk to me, huh?
Yes, Matt. Matt, you're living in St. Croix or St. Thomas, wherever you live.
Mm-hmm.
You're building your house there. You're a citizen of there. You become your name on the voters list. You want to make sure you can always come down to the country to vote. Why? You're building your life in the country. You're building your house. Just relax. Why giving yourself that kind of problem that have to come down here and put people out of commission just for them to vote for what? Is it to finish building your house, Matt? Bye-bye.
I've got to go.
Been a priest, you have been a pastor. From where I stand, I see spiritual warfare. The things that we see, people going after. It is very clear that there are demons out there. We need to stop this evil spirit from invading our churches and public office. Evil and good can be in one unit. We need to pray up the fact. Like here on the phobia, pretend like you don't know it yet. Things happening in our face, people behave like they don't tell. Victims are even dreadful, but podcast can block out. My uncle wants to snap again, but this time I have uncle pray. So, open our eyes and stop. The things they will do if we play their fun. We have lost a lot of this and we're sent to the other. Please pray for the churches, please pray for the police. They are fighting battles that should not exist. If churches would pray and police would arrest, take out them demons and clean up all comments. Things, my people, they are under a spell. See what is the remedy to keep them in health. The church and police fight for what is right. Oh, help me, God, let them collide. If since the country in a trance, people need their deliverance. Praying like a pharaoh, see you say that my people. If people say you get too long, uncles are waiting for my son. It's a